Okay, we're live. Hello everybody, welcome to this verbing class. My name is Amy and today's class is a writing class. The topic for today's writing is our favourite things. Whenever I say that phrase, the first thing that jumps into my mind is the song from The Sound of Music, which I won't sing for you, but it is a great topic to get you going, practicing some writing in English. So if you would like to practice your writing, what we will be doing is spending about the first half of the class writing about some of our favourite things after a bit of a brainstorm to get the ideas flowing. And the second half of the class will spend correcting and reading each other's work. So do come on in and join us if you would like to practice some writing. Before we actually get started, let me tell you that there are two very useful pages that you can check out at some point during your time here on Verbling. So the first one is my Facebook page. You can check that one out using the link in the chat box. Go up to Facebook and write me a message or check out what's going on or get in touch with some other students. If you want to visit my Verbling teacher page, then you can find my calendar there. So that's both upcoming classes and the slots I have available for tutoring. You can also write a message to any of the teachers using the messaging feature if you have any questions about anything, so do go ahead and do that. And if you follow me, then you'll receive automatic notifications of my classes. Alright, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Go and check those out if you have time. We're going to say hello to Daniel. Sorry, Daniel, I forgot your name for a moment there, and I haven't met you before, have I?
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, actually, I'm in New Zealand, so it's actually evening for me.
Yes, in the other side of the world for me.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Spain.
Ah,
I live in
okay. And
Spain.
what part of Spain?
Yes, es que I see the flag of Britain in your picture, and
Yes.
I thought you're living in England.
I am English. I am English. But right now, I just happen to be living in New Zealand.
I would
So,
like to
yeah.
travel to New Zealand
Yeah?
because I watched the Lord of the Rings.
Are you a fan? A fan of Lord of the Rings?
Yes, and the landscape is amazing
It
in
is.
the New Zealand.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you're a person who likes the outdoors, if you like going outside, nice landscape, scenery, and outdoor activities, then New Zealand is a really great place to come.
Mm. Mm.
So it's just a long way. That's the only thing.
Yes. You're on vacation or you're living there?
I live here for the moment.
Uh,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
hmm
Okay. I have a friends in Australia.
Ah, that's not too far
Yes.
from me.
In Sydney.
hmm Sydney's a very cool city. Very
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Very
Um,
expensive city too.
very expensive, I will say. It's yeah.
She told me.
Um, yeah, this southern hemisphere part of the world has got a lot more expensive lately. It used to be a bit cheaper. It seems to be getting more and more expensive. So you have to save up a lot to come on holiday down here. But maybe
Okay.
one day, Daniel, will get to come and do the Lord of the Rings tour.
I would like.
Yeah, you never know. Well, all right, welcome to the class. Let's say another hello to Mook. Welcome back, Mook.
Yes. Hi.
How are you doing? I know I only saw you 5 minutes ago, but is everything still okay?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. All right, so guys, we're going to be writing about our favorite things today, and I've got a document for you. If you check out the Google Drive, you'll see it. And what I'll do is give you the link as well, just in case you have problems sometimes accessing the Google Drive. So just check that out. And let me know Let me just give you permission.
It's okay.
And are you in?
Yes.
Good. How about you, Mook? Oh, it's slow. It's loading slowly. Just a sec. There we go. Right. Are you in, Mook?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just do a screen share so that we can... Oh, come on, computer. Alright, because I'm going to talk about this for a moment. What we're going to do is actually spend a couple of minutes just having a bit of a brainstorm so that we get some ideas about what we can write about. So you can see that I've got a list there. I'll just quickly say hi to another student who's arrived. Who is this? Na Young? Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the class. Na Young, we've just started. If you have a look at the Google Drive, you should be able to access the Google document. Do you know how to do it?
No.
All right. What an easier way of doing it, then, I will
Okay.
help you, is
Thank
to
you.
just click on the link in the Google chat box.
Where is the Google?
The Google chat box is the first icon right at the top on the left. Can you find it?
Yeah.
Just click on that and then you should be able to join us in the document. Okay. Alright, so guys, have a look at the list of things that I've started to compile. What I'd like you to do is, we're going to take about, I don't know, a minute. Not long, because I don't like long brainstorms. I think the shorter the better, because it makes you think fast. Have a look. What I want you to do is, during the minute I'm going to let you have... Oh, this is slow. Sorry guys, let me just go. Here we go. So you can see here we've got food. So what I want you to do is to type your favorite of any of these things next to the word. I'm going to add some more things onto this list. So for example, my favorite food would probably have to be pancakes, so I'm going to type them there. You guys can type whatever your favorite food is, and I'm going to continue on with this list if I can think of any more things. So you've got a minute to try and fill in at least one, or you can do more, one item next to each of these things. So whenever you're ready, off you go. Just type your favourite of these things next to them, and I'm going to think of more stuff.
That's right.
Yes, please write. Just type straight onto the document. There you go. I've got a few more ideas there. Okay, guys. Don't need to write too much detail, just a little description is fine. And how are you going, Na Young? Are you okay?
I couldn't find how can I use this document.
Okay, let me help you while the others are filling in. I'll just say hello to Ken. Ken, if you access the document, you'll find a link in the Google chat box. I'll post it there again.
Chat box. Okay.
Just a sec. I'll repost it because it only comes up after you've come in. So just a sec. And I'll help you, Na Young. Just a moment. So I can get my screen to work. Come on. Alright, Ken, if you have a look in the Google Drive, at the moment I can't get my screen to work. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, now Na Young, if you have a look on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see a kind of a few icons, little pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see them? Right at the top should be a blue box with white lines.
Yes,
And that
I
is
found
the
that.
Google chat. Yep, so click on that so that it should come up at the right-hand side. You'll see a chat box.
Okay.
And then in the chat box should be a blue link. Can you see the link?
Mm-hmm.
Just click on the link and then you should be able to join us in the document. Any luck? How are you going, Na Young? It looks like are you there?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, so what you have to do is just put your favorite thing next to the words in bold. So your favorite food, you can type in your favorite holiday destination. I'll give you guys about 2 more minutes. For those of you who've just arrived, you can finish. Alright guys, let me follow on with the next instructions, and if you're still doing your favorite list of stuff, that's fine. I'd like the others of you to do, if you've finished that, is to type your name somewhere below in the document, and to have a think about one of these things or more. You can use as many as you like. What I'd like you to do is to write something. Now it could be a story, it could be a memory, it could be a poem, it could be any kind of piece of writing. The theme is something to do with your favorite thing or things. And I'm going to give you about 15 minutes, maybe 20 if we're lucky, to write. So write whatever you like, use your best English, then we'll come together again and start correcting it towards the end of the lesson. If you prefer, you're welcome to write it somewhere else on your computer and then you can copy and paste it at the end. I'm going to type the instructions now into the chat box just to keep you going. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm right here, but it's easier for us to concentrate if you do turn off your microphones, guys. So if you could mute your microphone unless you want to talk to me, then that would be fabulous.
Okay, one question.
Sure.
I could write about a memory, for example.
Yep, exactly. You can write anything you like.
My name. Okay.
I remember when blah blah blah. My favorite food is blah blah blah. Whatever you like, okay? Be as creative as you want, guys.
Should we use these words in the list?
These are kind of an inspiration thing for you,
Okay.
Ken. So you're welcome to use them, or if nothing inspires you, you can use something else.
Okay.
Sorry, we lost the screen share. I'm going to re-screen share so that we can see what we're doing. There we go. Okay, guys, it give you just under 10 more minutes. Okay, guys, a few more minutes. So think about finishing off what you're doing, and then we're going to start correcting. Okay, looking good, guys. So what we might do is start off with Ken. Are you finished and ready to correct?
Yes, I finished.
Excellent. All right, so we'll start with you, Ken, if you don't mind. And
Okay.
what we'll do is I might just unbold so that when we go through it for corrections, you can see them. So could you read it, please?
Okay, one of my favorite memories are meeting with Paul McCartney. Last November, I took a picture. When he came here to perform the concert. He came to watch sumo wrestling before the concert day. Actually, I met and shook his hand with him. Shook his hand at the same place before the concert day 20 years ago, because he opened his car window to say hi to us. This time I watched another concert just beside sumo wrestling venue at that day, so I waited for him right before the concert, and he came there. Then he uh, then when when the car was stopped by traffic signal, he opened the car window to his fans, and we could take his picture and video. It seems he is trying to be friendly when he encounters his fans. I said thank you. I took your picture, and he noticed to me. The difference between 20 years ago and this meeting, since one news report reported he is going to see sumo wrestling beforehand, more fans were around the venue, and everybody have mobile phones to take his picture or video. Uh, Maybe that's it. Take, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Great work, Ken. Now, I noticed that you were kind of doing some self-correction along the way, which is great. Would you like to quickly go through and make those corrections that you pointed out? And I'm going to start from the beginning, okay?
Okay.
So, one of my favorite memories, because it's one of, you need to have the singular, okay?
Yeah.
Is meeting with Paul McCartney. Or perhaps meeting Paul McCartney, although you actually have done it twice, haven't you?
Yes.
So there you go, you can leave it. If it was once, I'd change it to meeting, but
Okay.
that's kind of cool.
Meeting.
Okay. Yeah, meeting with is okay. Last November, I took a picture when he came here to perform a concert.
Concert.
Just because you haven't really talked about the concert. If you said the concert from his album blah 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 or something, but because you're just mentioning a general concert, use a, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He came to watch sumo wrestling before the concert day. Actually, I met and shook, I think you changed this to his hand, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Shook his hand at the same place before the concert day. Usually we say the day of the concert, so I'm going to change that now. I'm going to put that here as well. before the day of the concert 20 years ago because he opened his car window to say hi to us. Very nice of him. This time I watched another concert just besides the sumo wrestling venue.
Mhm.
And this is, we use the, because we're talking about the specific venue which is next to the sumo wrestling, okay?
Mhm. Yes,
So I waited for him.
for him, yeah.
You knew what to do that time, Ken. You knew what to do the second time.
Yes.
All right, so I waited for him right before that concert, and he came there. Then when the car was stopped by the traffic signal. I don't think you need to put this part in, Ken. I think we can take that out. So I
Mhm.
waited for him right before the concert.
Mhm.
I put here and
Mhm.
then when the car was stopped by the traffic signals.
The traffic.
He opened the car window to his fans. Yeah, and we could
Yeah.
take his picture and video. It
Mhm.
seems he's trying to be friendly when he encounters his fans. It does, doesn't it? He's very friendly.
Yes.
I like that about him. I said, comma, thank you, I took your picture. Or do you mean thank you for letting me take your picture?
Already me taking your picture. Mhm.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Your picture. And he nodded to me. The differences are between 20 years ago and this meeting. Since one news station, I think you mean, or one news,
A newspaper.
one newspaper?
Yeah.
Okay, let's change it to paper. One newspaper. Reported, you don't need that, but you can have it, that he was, because it's the past. He was going
yeah,
to see
was going to
sumo
see.
wrestling beforehand. Good use of beforehand.
Mhm.
More fans were around the venue, and everybody had, because it's past,
Yeah.
mobile phones to take his picture or videos. The only thing I don't quite understand is this part here, Ken. The differences. Are you saying that you're about to explain the differences, or what do you
Mhm.
mean?
Kind of, 20 years ago, maybe I took his picture by my digital camera, but
Yeah.
now we can take picture by phone or smartphones. So everybody had a smartphone to take his picture or video. That's
I
the
see.
situation. Yeah.
All right. So what I'd say, Ken, is there are differences between 20 years ago and this meeting.
Mhm. Okay.
Wow, that's a great memory. Amazing. And you've done it twice.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
And if Paul McCartney came again, would you go and see him a third time?
I don't know because this time I didn't intend to go there, but I got another concert ticket. Just it took place just beside small racing venue, so I thought, why not waiting for him again?
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yes.
It was meant to be, Ken. All right, well, very good writing. Very, very few corrections. Just be careful with the article, because that's really, most of your corrections to do with the article. So just have a think carefully when you're writing,
Okay.
when you need to use it and when you need to leave it out, okay?
Okay. Thank you very
Great
much.
work. All right, let's have a look at, let's do Daniel, because otherwise we'll go down the page. So Daniel, could you read about
Yes.
yours, please?
Today I'm going to write about a wonderful trip with my father, who died long time ago. My father's job was to drive a bus from Zamora to Barcelona. 11 hours driving a huge bus along the country, from coast to coast. I was a child, 9 years old. I always kept on asking him for a trip on his bus, and he said, "Don't worry, one day I'll take you to Barcelona." It was July, and I was spending my school holidays with my grandparents in a village, Fermoselle. My father got there, and he said, "Tomorrow you'll come with me to Barcelona." It was a surprise. This night I couldn't sleep very well. I was thinking about the trip all night. I was really excited. At the beginning the trip on bus was amazing. All my life I had thought about how it was traveling on the highway in a huge bus with my father driving, but it was a exciting trip. 2 hours after to begin the trip I was sleeping in my seat. Finally we arrived and went for a walk in the Ramblas. Barcelona was the most beautiful city I ever seen. There were a lot of people walking on the street and cute and smart buildings. But the thing which more impressed me was to see the Mediterranean Sea. I never seen the sea.
Wow, Daniel, that's a really amazing story.
It was true.
True, but yeah, thank you for sharing it with us. That's very cool and very good writing. So what I'm going to do is go through and just make a few corrections.
Okay.
Because you're writing about the past, anything that happens before what you're talking about needs to be one step further back into the past. So I'm just pointing that out before we start, okay? So
Okay.
today I'm going to write about a wonderful trip with my father who died a long time ago. My father's job was to drive a bus from Zamora to Barcelona. 11 hours driving.
Oh.
Driving.
Hmm.
A huge bus along the country. I think we should say across the country, Daniel. Across the country.
Yes, yes.
Because you're crossing it, right? If you
Yes.
said along, it would probably be along the coast or along the mountain range or something.
I understand.
All right. From coast to coast. I was a child, 9 years old. I always kept on asking him for a trip on his bus, and he said, "Don't worry." Need a comma just before the speech marks, and then a capital. "Don't worry, one day I'll take you to Barcelona." It was July, and I was spending my school holidays with my grandparents in a village. Probably we're more likely to put cool. A comma's not wrong,
Okay.
but it's a bit more. It's probably more natural to say cooled.
Mm-hmm.
Hermosillo. My father got there, and he said, "Tomorrow you'll come with me to Barcelona." It was a surprise, and that night, because you're talking about something in the past,
Yes.
and this is referring to something now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sleep very well. I was thinking about the trip all night. I was really excited. A person is excited. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. At the beginning, the trip on the bus was amazing. All my life I'd thought about how it would be.
Mm-hmm.
How it would be. And then we would probably put to travel
Mm-hmm.
on the highway in a huge bus with my father driving. But it was an exhausting trip. This is the other way round to this one, right? Because here you're talking about a trip, and here you're talking about a person. So a person is excited or exhausted, and a trip is exciting or exhausting, okay?
It's difficult, but I understand.
Okay. 2 hours after beginning the trip. 2 hours after beginning the trip. I was sleeping in my seat. I don't blame you. Finally, we arrived and went for a walk in the Ramblas. Barcelona was the most beautiful city I've ever seen. I'd ever seen. Because this is short for I had, and because we're already in the past, and now
Yes,
you're talking
yes.
about something previously, yeah? All right,
Mhm.
just checking you understand. All right, there are a lot of people walking on the street and huge smart buildings, but the thing which most impressed me, or which impressed me most,
Mm-hmm.
impressive is the adjective, but here we need impressed, okay?
Okay.
Was to see the Mediterranean Sea. I've never seen the sea. I'd never seen the sea. And now you have, because you've been to Barcelona when you were 9.
Yes.
All right, excellent writing, Daniel. Well done. A really few mistakes just about some very tricky verb tenses, like this sentence here was very tricky. And then these two here, I think you understand. A
Yes.
couple of ones about adjectives, but overall, super duper. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, go past Ken's, and now we're down to Na Yang. Na Yang, could you read yours, please?
Okay. I have a great memory that was happened last May. My oldest daughter received an award as one of the most developed student in her school. She received this prize in a quite huge baseball stadium in our city, and my family was there to celebrate her. My husband and I were greatly happy, and we were really proud of her. She was struggling to get used to study abroad in different languages at first. During first 2 or 3 semesters, she was bullied at school from several youngsters because she couldn't understand what people said and couldn't say anything what she wanted to say to them at all. However, she overcame every hardship on her study and school life, and she was finally nominated as the most developed student in her school. It took only 3 years to get adapted to her school and new language. Many nice teachers and friends helped her to find peaceful and joyful school life. I deeply thank them and my daughter. This is my favorite memory which I recently experienced.
Wow, that's amazing, Na Yang.
Thank you.
You must be very proud of your daughter.
Yes, I am.
What an achievement. My goodness gracious. That's amazing. All right, let's have a look at the English. I have a great memory that happened last May. My oldest daughter received an award. To receive an award for something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what we probably put here is for being one of the most developed. I'm not sure if developed is the right word. Can you explain to me a bit more about the prize?
As how can I say? The title of this prize was the most developed student. That means
I see.
she achieved a lot for in her school. I mean the study. How can I
Okay.
say the grade
Yeah,
or
I understand.
any
The-
performance?
All right, so I think what it means is that she has made the most progress. She's started
Yes,
off.
right.
and-
Right. Yes, right.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
So,
correct.
okay, let's change this a little bit. For having developed the most. Or maybe made the most progress. And then we don't need students, and we'll put in her school. She received this prize in quite a huge. Although, Na Young, if you say quite and you put it with the word huge, it sounds a bit funny because huge is not quite anything. Huge is really something. It's really big, right?
Yes,
So
right.
either quite a big baseball stadium or a huge baseball stadium. Up to you.
Okay.
I'll put that, and then there you go.
Thank you.
In our city. And my family was there to celebrate her, or you might mean to celebrate with her. But both of those are correct.
Okay.
My husband and I were greatly happy, and we were really proud of her. I'm sure she was struggling to get used to studying abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, missed out the Y. In a different language at first. During the first 2 or 3 semesters, she was bullied at school from several youngsters because she couldn't understand what people said and couldn't say anything that she wanted to say to them at all. However, she overcame every hardship in her study. Oops. In her study and school life, and she was finally nominated as a most developed student in her school. I'm going to leave that one because it makes more sense there.
Okay.
It took only 3 years to get, not to get, but simply to adapt.
Okay.
To adapt to her perhaps we want to put new, but it's optional.
Mm-hmm.
Adapt to her new school and new language. Many nice teachers and friends helped her to find peace and joy, because it's nouns that you need.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In her school life. Or you could have said to find... No, I think this is the best way of saying it. I deeply thank them and my daughter. This is my favourite memory, which I recently experienced. Brilliant. Very nice writing too, Nayang. She must get her talent from her mother.
Thank you.
Alright, so mainly just look at your prepositions. They're the only tiny little things. And then the ing form of the verb, I can see a couple of those, so maybe worth having a little revise, but overall, really well written. Well done.
Thank you.
Alright, Mook, could you read out yours, please?
Yes. My favorite memory is my first trip in USA with my friends during my school breaks. We traveled to Keystone, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. I was so excited about this trip because it was my first time in USA and we traveled without our parents. Moreover, I got a chance to learn new things such as skiing, skateboarding, hiking, and jumping. I got new friends, I met new people, I've learned about new culture, I've eaten new food. My friendship with my two friends became more stronger.
Great, wonderful, thank you, Mook. Okay, some great writing from you as well. You guys are all doing so well today. My favourite memory is my first trip to, usually we say the USA. The USA. It's because it has the word states in it, which is actually a common noun. And so sometimes we put the before the countries that contain something like this. The same as the UK. With my friends during my school break. I think you mean just one, didn't you? You didn't go twice.
Yes, it's one.
Alright, so keep it singular.
Yes.
We travelled. Alright, so if you use, you've got UK spelling for favourite, and then you've got USA spelling for travelled. So, I'll add another L, okay? Now you've got UK spelling.
Yes.
It's better just to try and stick with one or the other. It doesn't matter which one.
Yes.
We travelled to Keystone, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. Wow, that sounds cool. I was so excited about this trip because it was my first time in the USA. And we travelled, because it's the past, without our parents. Moreover, I got a chance to learn new things such as skiing, skateboarding, hiking, and jumping. What kind of jumping, Mook?
Jumping on trampoline.
Really? That sounds
Yeah.
fun. Was it good?
Yes.
Alright. I made new friends. I made new friends.
Yes.
I met new people. I've learned about a new culture. I've eaten new food. My friendship with my two friends has become. Now, you can use either tense here. So here you start off saying past simple, right?
Yes.
And then you change, which is absolutely fine. All you're saying with this is that these things here are somehow still affecting your experience now, which they probably are, because you're still enjoying the thought of it or something. So either of those is okay. You just need to decide and make sure you're aware that there's a slight difference in meaning between the two, okay? Alright, Mook, brilliant. Well done. That was only like 4 mistakes, so congratulations on that. We're going to have to finish, guys. It's the end of class, and I'm going to let you go just in case you need to go to some other class. You can get there on time. Congratulations for some great writing. It was lovely to meet you if I haven't met you before. I hope to see you all again, and have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.